Baseball is America's pastime. It is a game that I've loved my entire life. It's a game that I love to watch now as an adult. As a child growing up, I played it for fun. Now growing up, I see that it's turning into more than just playing for fun. It's turning into a game of money. Today I'm here to propose that Major League Baseball incorporate a salary cap to all teams. Incorporating a salary cap would decrease the competitive imbalance, decrease payroll, and cut down on high ticket prices. In 2000, the highest payroll was at $92 million coming from the New York Yankees. The lowest, $15 million, by the Minnesota Twins. In 2009, the highest payroll is still the New York Yankees at $201 million. The lowest, the Florida Marlins, at $35 million. Now, the increase in the highest payroll is much greater than the increase in the lowest payroll. If we continue this trend, it'll on average a $30 million increase a year for the highest payroll. Teams cannot compete at those rates. Teams, in order to supply the money to provide for these players, have to raise ticket prices. The money from that comes from you, comes from myself. In an economy today, we cannot afford to pay those ticket prices. They will continue to increase unless something is done. Salary caps are creating uneven competition across the board. Incorporating the salary cap will allow teams to compete fairly in all leagues. Some teams have had to move. Some teams are facing probable bankruptcy because they cannot put fans in the seats to have those ticket prices. Out of the top 10 teams last 10 years, 9 of them were the top payroll teams. They won the World Series. The one that did not, the one was at the lowest that won the World Series, the Florida Marlins in 2003, were unable to keep all those players the following year. Players such as Josh Beckett, Mike Lowell, A.J. Burnett went to other teams such as the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays, who could afford to pay them what they wanted. Major League Baseball has already tried to curb the salary deficit by incorporating a luxury tax in 2006. This clearly has not worked. It was set at $141 million and had already been violated 6 times, 3 times by the New York Yankees. Now this penalty is 40% of their payroll. Now clearly, the New York Yankees can afford to pay that and other teams cannot. That's why they have not violated that policy. I recommend that Major League Baseball set the salary cap at $92 million. This is the average pay between all teams over the last 10 years. This way it is not to be a disadvantage to the teams that can afford to pay, but it's also not too much of a disadvantage for the teams that cannot afford to pay. This will allow teams after great competition years who had rookies that performed well still be able to re-sign them. They will still want to stay with their teams and not go for just the money and the glory in other states. It will allow fans such as you and I to still afford to go to games. Ticket prices will not be raised. If something is not done, it'll continue to get worse. It'll continue to grow. In 10 years, we'll see over $300 million on a payroll, while the bottom pay is only at about $50 million. I'd like to thank you for your time today. Thank you for listening to me, and hopefully us as fans can help speed this process up. Thank you.